My name's Bobby Dietz. I've been making videos like this on YouTube for years now. Make sure you subscribe, follow along. Things are happening pretty fast and it's fun. I'm making this website, and one of the main reasons I'm doing it is because I want to have a good place to put a lot of the content that I make for this podcast. There's gonna be so much SEO value from the transcripts in these things, and I wanna make sure I make the most of that. So the plan is to create a small blog post for each episode that has, 2,000 words, maybe less, 1,500, and then it has bullet points for the main takeaways in the podcast, and then below that you'll be able to have the transcript. That's one of the main points of this whole blog, or the purpose of the blog really, is to have a really good place to put all this stuff. When I started making all these videos on YouTube, I wish I had started a blog at the same time. It would have been way less work to get the thing off the ground. I would have had some more domain authority, but that's okay. It is what it is. I'm starting it now and I'm happy about it. My strategy for the blog posts is to take a lot of long tail keywords. I'm talking about like 1,000 searches a month and low competition, and I'm putting a lot of those into a blog post. Some of them have 300 searches a month. I don't care, I'll put 10 or 15 of those into a blog post, and all told I should get some pretty good traffic. And since long tail is pretty much very specific, the chances of me retaining those people and getting good interest or time on page is really high. So that's my strategy to try and get traffic to the site. Otherwise, I'm just competing for Facebook ads or something like that. I mean, there's just 50,000 searches a month and high competition. It's just never gonna happen. I'm gonna speak every blog post so that there's an audio search component. So when you go to the blog post, you'll be able to read the blog post, watch the video that's attached to the blog post or a part of as a component of it, or you'll be able to listen to all of the language that's at the top. So like, I'm gonna go and read the whole blog post and then post it as an audio file. So if people can just want to listen to it, that's the preferred way of doing it, no problem at all. Just got a funny story from a client too. They told me that Amazon is taking their returns and repackaging them, inspecting them, repackaging them, and reselling them as opposed to donating them. They're just reselling them. I have never heard that before. That was mind-blowing. I'm gonna do a bunch of research about that to see if it's actually really happening. They're supposed to be donating it, but man, that's crazy. If that's actually what's going down with Amazon, they're on a whole nother level of getting money. Crazy. I'm really excited to do live with this podcast, and it's gonna be more like a talk show, I guess, because it's gonna have so much of a video component to it. I just think those are the two things that are most important in 2020 anyway. I don't think text blogs are gonna be as powerful. I think the audio component is gonna be really powerful for them, and getting your site able to be heard and not read is gonna be really important. Google is categorizing podcasts now, so if you guys go search your best podcast that you like the most, you're gonna see that you'll just be able to click on the podcast and play it right there. So maybe it's gonna categorize it different and it won't compete, but it still to me feels like the way to produce content, the easiest and fastest. And lastly, if it's live, I don't have to do as much editing, so it could just throw it up, and I'm really excited about that part of it. So I'm getting close. I got all the components to it together. I got custom music being made now. I got voiceover work getting done for the intro, and once all that's ready, I can put all that in before it plays during the live show, and I won't have to do any editing afterwards, ideally. So we'll see if it works out. Anyway, that's the plan for live and why I'm doing it. I just met with a account manager from another agency, and he gave me a bunch of tips about what to do and how to do it for our agency, as far as like, what to give clients, what not to give clients, what to talk about on weekly meetings versus a monthly reporting meeting, how to organize conversations internally and externally, because a lot of our agency, we've done really well so far, but we're still learning because none of us come from an agency. We're all constantly learning how to do this best, and he was able to give me a lot of the tips from a proper agency and how they do it. So we're just gonna apply a lot of that here. We've been in digital marketing 6-8 years, but it's not like we've had proper agency experience. So we're just trying to pull things from everywhere we can to make it apply right. Thanks for watching this video. As always, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Liking the video is really important because that'll tell YouTube that you enjoy it, and it'll push the video to other people that are similar to your interests. So it's really helpful if you do that. Comment also really helps. Trying to grow this channel and figure out if other people are interested in watching these agency vlogs, because I'm just trying to put all the things out there that I'm thinking about and we're discovering and exploring as we grow our company. And I find it really interesting because it's kind of my life right now. So hopefully I'm sharing that, and hopefully it's interesting to you as well if you're watching this. Either way, click subscribe and we'll see you in the next video.